Good morning, Sierra Leone. Good morning, Kono District. Good morning to Kono Pikin within the diaspora. And good morning to everybody where they listen to me. As always, I dey ask una may viewers them for make una go subscribe to this broadcast, una share and una like. Also, una can click on the bell we go remind una whenever I dey online. This na David Bongbo, the Canto owner from Kono News Network, and I bring to una the week in review na Kono District and Sierra Leone in general. The first way I want we talk about today na the human right versus investors at all cost in Sierra Leone. Again, I want for repeat this. Sierra Leone, they take two paths right now for uphold the human right or for support them big giant investors against the human right. Which path will they take? We don't see wetin dey go on right now na Kono District is almost over 6 months wey this thing don dey go on between Kwedu Limited union workers and the administration itself. A lot of people them, personalities, stakeholders, both local and national, don't intervene and don't talk at different levels, but no plausible solution. We not see it. This very current time now, we dey wait for the vice president for can do the last part of it. We know say the inspector general plus some other stakeholders they may not talk to the workman them, the union executive, and then reach a certain conclusion, temporal conclusion, where then they go institute right now and wait until the vice president come. Instead can put in own word on top, then I believe say this whole issue here will be laid to rest. But whichever way you look at them, the fact is that the workman them, they don't really abuse the human right. They don't dehumanize them in the sense the company administration don't really look upon them workman them as non-entities. And not only the workman them, but all the interventions that we've been done take place, the personalities that we don't take them time, especially so the Minister of Labour, all the time where it take for talk to them, administrators, for talk to the workman them, it looks like the company not really respect all the information the way they don't receive, all the actions the way they don't take, the plan of actions the way the government they plan and talk to them, they not take that into seriousness. But let we see now, Sierra Leone, whether they really support the human right, because nobody in the right senses not go know the wrong way they don't do to them workman them. It clear for say they don't cheat them on their money, especially in terms of the exchange rate where they really cry for. It also clear for say boku person don't die on the ground. Now that mining company, where most of the time, you know, the read them report them to the government, you know, they see on a newspaper na Sierra Leone, except the workman they will know say the company don't die, now then they can't talk out na the public. So wetin dey happen na that particular sector dey, we still not know. How government they protect the human right of the employees then and then companies them. Na money they work or na human life they really play they really the value. So we get for really take time and look at this particular situation and advise with government officials them. This not the time for let them stand for the truth. No matter how low them workman then dey, the company not go make name if the workman they not work. Sierra Leone government not go make money from them company then dey if the workman they not work. Una get for no say them workman then the condition the way they work under, the health hazard where they go through, no routine medical checkup and not there for them people them. Even when they go down on the ground, then status, then living standard on the ground is very, very poor. government suppose for look into all dem thing dem dey for make sure say the workman dem get the necessary equipment dem wey for keep dem life safe. So if dis na true, den we dey ask the Sierra Leone government for make sure say irrespective of even the money wey the workman dem dey ask for, but let dem check the safety standards, the safety measures, the safety training and the implementation of dem safety measures dem dey, make dem make sure say e dey go on right. Government for know say whenever officials dem announce say dem dey come for inspect dat underground mining or the entire mining itself, una know say dem people dey understand the underground more than una the visitors dem or una the investigators dem wey dey come. Dem go deprive una or prevent una from going into certain areas wey una no ever know about. Dem go only show una the areas dem wey una feel say there's no alarming problem. And if people dem dey complain and complain and complain all the time, I believe say there must be some element of truth in dem complaint dem dey. But if una despise, if the government despise the complaints altogether just because dem people dem dey no get money for take lawyer or for advocate for themselves, then everybody, especially the authorities, dey make a very big mistake. We get for first of all fight for the human right of dem workman dem before we look to the money side wey the company dey make. We know say some authorities dem dey really see say the need for protect the investors. That is very correct. No country no go want for let people dey come invest their money in a country and you no protect them. But that protection wey you dey provide for the mining company e no for be at the expense of the human right wey you the country for suppose for protect. So this message dey come from Corner News Network for let Sierra Leone government really rethink and reflect on how dem for handle this issue. The vice president wey na the second gentleman of the country don lis ten and advise and see say wetin the workman dem dey do, dem no spoil the law, dem dey follow the law. The Minister of Labour and Employment himself don lis ten and advise the workman dem, e say wey so advise the company themselves sef. Everybody at this point in time know say the workman dem dey follow the law. So dem no spoil the law yet except wey the authorities dem dey find way for hold dem workman dem, for set trap for dem. Just for see say yes, the sit at home strike wey dem don implement make dem fail at one simple point, then dem fall on dem. Instead, the company wey dey escalate the problem when dem don dismiss or terminate workman dem, then in spite of all the talk wey government dey talk to dem, dem dey go issue advertisement, dem dey dismiss people dem within that same negotiation period. That the security officers dem suppose for know say the company instead of the workman dem, na the company dem dey escalate the problem and na dem dey provoke violence. So this message wey dey come from Corner News Network na for let all stakeholders dem make we sidon, we as Sierra Leoneans, for let we see who that really dey abuse the human right. Na the workman dem dey abuse dem authorities or na the authorities dem dey abuse the workman dem? This na a big question for Sierra Leone government and una know say this na international issue. Whatever decision wey the government make, the international body dey watch. Even the local Sierra Leonean citizens dem dey watch. Whether dem government dey protect the people, the citizens, or na investors dem wey come for abuse human rights, na dem dey protect. The second thing wey I go want for talk about na the leadership na Sierra Leone from top to bottom, from the president, the vice president, all national authorities, all local authorities, everybody wey na leader na Sierra Leone. Wetin na the value wey dem uphold? Wetin are the principles dem wey dem go want for left as legacy to Sierra Leoneans? Wetin the pikin dem wey dey come up today, whether dem for copy from, make dem copy from the bad leadership or good leadership? Which type of leadership legacy we authorities dem dey left for the young generation? We dey talk about corruption, corruption, corruption. Everybody dey cry corruption, and everybody want make we solve corruption. But in the event where people dem dey fight corruption, corruption dey fight back. And the authorities dem wey get the power for make sure say corruption stop and tap completely in the country, most of them authorities dem dey sit down, set their mouth, dem no dey say nothing. So we go continue for talk for say corruption dey, but we also go continue for see corruption dey go on in the country, because every authority dey afraid for talk corruption, for talk against the higher authorities, make dem no lose dem position, either dem civil service positions or dem political positions or dem local government positions. And if everybody dey afraid for talk true, if everybody dey afraid for talk true, then nobody not ready for solve the problem na Sierra Leone. And then if that is the case, we go continue for suffer. So wetin are the legacy one particular leader na Sierra Leone wey go stand say, yes, I go say this to my boss, to my immediate supervisor or to my immediate superior, for tell am say, yes, boss, this is wrong, this not correct, let we go so or let we go so. We no see that day yet. We know say the president go able tell the lower officers dem, in ministers and other people, for say dem don make wrong things or wrong decisions. But we no see most of that dey happen yet. And we not talk say ministers themselves they're infallible. We not talk say chief they're infallible. We not talk say any other person within our authority infallible. Everybody is liable to making mistakes. But how many authorities na Sierra Leone they accept say they don't make mistake and apologize to the public? How many authorities will go around and make a public town hall meeting and talk say this way they go on so and not correct, let we correct them? Or the people that we don't do bad, how many times they don't hold them for punish them legally? Not to forgo seize power per person, but if somebody don't commit a crime, how many times would they hold them for punish them? This issue where they happen are quite limited. Workmen and they go underground, they not get water for drink, they not get place for go toilet. And how would they protect that human right? Then get right for let them talk about anything and they. When they talk about them, the authorities, they were the immediate authorities who for fight for them. Now then they fight against them because then they get passion and benefit from there. And as I they talk, everybody will know say you did do wrong thing, you did take wrong decision against them poor employees. Waiting at the legacy where you they left. You get picking them. When you die tomorrow, when you are no longer in that position tomorrow, waiting at the proud talk where you picking them will talk, or waiting you picking them will really proud of about you to the communities that we wanna get for left them picking them. Una they tighten the world for una next generations that way they can be una. Because the one the way they suffer today, them boku pass una the leader there. And una they tighten the space for una descendants and get for can left for suffer be una. So please, I did send this back to with authorities, right from the top to the last stakeholder at the bottom. Which legacy one at the left na Sierra Leone? Every person within a position of leadership today na Sierra Leone, whether you na paramount chief or section chief or town chief, or whether you na president, vice president, ministers, Una turn around and ask una self, una look inside una communities, una constituencies, what have you done in those communities so that tomorrow when you are not there, people will say, yes, this is what he left for us. Where the legacy owner they left, other than the power the way some of una they usurp against the poor people them. This is very sad. Again, Canon News Network, they can't una. They ask una point hand pan what una get for left. Not to the big mansions they owner they build, not to the boku boku motoka they owner they get. That's not a legacy. Are you creating employment apart from them big companies? Most of them with authorities in Sierra Leone, especially in Akono district, the one they wait in Akono district. The amount of wealth the owner they accumulate from them positions of trust where people they don't give una. How una they give back to the community? How una they provide job for them? How una they fight for make una self independent, una people then become independent? Because for time immemorial, people them na Sierra Leone, citizens in Sierra Leone depend and they always become dependents. Then they fight for independence, but they're not able to get them. Just because with leadership, not they create any opportunity for let them become independent. When they decide for fight for their rights, it become a problem because nobody know for ask for a right against an authority. Then go time you say you na FTI person or you disrespectful or you defiant. So when they do you bad, now for Sido you set your mouth, you not for talk. That na the legacy where most of our leaders then they left to the next generation. When they do you bad, when they seize power by you, keep quiet. Don't say anything. My last talk way I go talk na to me family them na Kono district. Una wey dey na Kono, una wey dey na Sierra Leone, and every Kono person by tribe or by birth, you wey dey abroad, any side where you dey, reflect on your actions and ask yourself, wetin you dey do for make Kono a better place? Wetin you dey do for make Sierra Leone a better place? When you go stand and tell the next authority very close to you, say, things have been going on wrong. Let we talk to each other. Let we find solutions. Let we make sure, say, we sincere to everything what we do. Let we be very honest, transparent. Boku things and they will go get for can talk about. But for now, I will say, wanna do ya, wanna share this message, wanna subscribe, and wanna provide comments, because then comments they wanna they give, then they make the channel they grow, then they make people the way they watch and listen to we themselves they contribute and make the channel self grow. I want to tell you all thank you. This is David Wongbo, the cantor from Kono News Network, and I will say good night to everyone.